All right, it's 2025. Time for an update here. Here we go. This is going to be a wild one. So, if you're just joining the story, my name is Travis Mills. I'm the owner of Seventh Hand Design, a studio in Laverne, California. I previously just made wood products out of here. This company was funded from another company called Excellent Remodeling, which was my mothership. Antoinette and I built Excellent Remodeling from 2017 to 2021. And then 2022, Excellent Remodeling was shut down. Switched into Seventh Hand Design full time. It's like a whole separate corporation. We did art, and the market was changing. My customers were going away. So I became a yoga teacher. Turned my whole studio into a yoga studio. I have rubber floors here, which I had from the previous rendition of the studio. We used just as nice rubber floors. They came from my friend's CrossFit gym. And I was sitting here one day in the studio, and I was like, what would it take to make this building into a yoga studio? And then I started selling the machines. So I got rid of all the machines. I have 350 square feet of space here. I'm in the middle of moving, so there's stuff on the floor right now, but I can still walk around this big room. It's awesome. It's been a dream. Unbelievable dream. And the whole time I knew that the building was for sale. I've known this information. But I never had a date of when I had to get out. I built all this for this yoga studio. These used to be machines all through here. Those big woodworking machines. Like slabs of wood everywhere. The lady was in here last night and she's like blowing her mind. She's like, where'd you get this wood? I was like, this is just a taste of it. I was like, there's truckloads of this stuff I have. But people around here haven't seen it, but they don't know what it is either. So the people that want it, they don't have money to buy it. And the people that have it, have it. And I don't know the people that have money that don't have it. That's where the market's kind of funky right now. So here's a piece of my wood right here. It's pretty gnarly. It's Claro walnut. I got tons of it. I started veneering it. So there's like pieces. And they're all different. The grains are just. Some of the slabs are 6 inches thick, some are 2 inches thick. Got some boards. Sent a bunch back to Santa Barbara. We have a bunch with the graft line. So where the two trees were grafted together. The two different species of wood put together, English walnut and black walnut. And that makes Claro walnut. And then with the fusing of that, you get these colors that are very rich. Lots of character. This is what they make gun stocks out of. It's expensive wood. It's expensive wood. It's like $25 a board foot. So it adds up quick. Because some of the slabs, like this slab over here, is like 7 feet by 5 feet. And it's over 2 inches thick. So I don't know how much that would go for, but do the math. So I knew there was a date I had to get out of the building, but I didn't know the date. The landlord tried to send the letter back in November, but the letter never made it to me. So he hand delivered the letter to me a few weeks ago. Here we are. Here we are. So I'm trying to get out of this building. I know I can get out, but I gotta get all my stuff out of here. Most of it I can move by myself. There's some pieces here I just physically couldn't even get up. Like there's a bandsaw. I couldn't move that thing if I wanted to by myself. I guess I could knock it over and put it on rollers and get it out of here. I don't know how I'd get it through the back door. I don't know. So there's some heavy items here. And there's some people coming to buy some things, which is nice. They'll just unload, they'll load it right into their truck and go. But the date of like, okay, it's time to move. There's decision paralysis that happens. Like, what do you do? And you have all this stuff. So I'm giving stuff away on Facebook. I'm selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I'm giving stuff to my friends. But I've got a lot of my art here. So this is just how you roll with the punches and you keep going. And the main thing about getting moving and getting through it is not being comfortable. Like, I put this old work outfit on. This is what I used to wear to work every day. And these are like my clothes. I had a uniform, so I looked the same every day. And it was comfortable. It like worked good. It protects your skin. It protects your body from the elements. And I put it on today and I'm like, it's kind of comfortable. But like, I know I have to get uncomfortable. That's why I'm doing this whole thing. I have to move. It's uncomfortable. But to go into my next version of myself, excellent modeling doesn't even exist. It's like something from the past. I put it on. It's like, yay, I can cut the wood and do the things here. But seventh hand design mode was like art mode for real. I found myself making art in $100 jeans. And like never before. Not that that's a thing. Like, but when I wasn't an artist, wouldn't do that. But then like, if I got paint on my clothes or whatever, it just became part of the character that I was. But when you work in construction, you like wear these clothes every day. It's like mundane. It's not as, art is more expressive. But it's a totally different lifestyle being an artist than being a construction worker. A construction worker is a commodity. That's kind of why I got out of construction. I didn't want to be a commodity. I didn't want to be like a number put on me right before I showed up. People think they're going to assume what we're going to charge them for this job. But I'm not going to do the same job that guy quoted you for. We're going to make something personal for you, a custom project, an excellent project for you. And so everything we did here was custom with love. And so rolling that into the yoga studio, the yoga pop-up, that was easy. I love people. I love movement. I love healing. And that was a beautiful thing to be able to teach people how to move their bodies in here, and like the smiles and the dreams and like the tears. Like, people got healing. It was really cool. That was beautiful to see. But I knew there was a date. And I would tell people, this isn't going to be here forever. Soak it in. Soak the vibe in. When you have the lights off, I got all the little orange lights going all around the room. So in Savasana, put the music on. Got a booming system so you can really feel the bass. But with all that said, the next studio is just going to be so good. It's going to be so incredible. The space is going to be bigger. We have huge trees here. We're going to have plants at the new studio. And I don't know where it is yet. I haven't even seen it in my vision. I've seen the inside in my vision. The interior, I know what it looks like in the interior of the building. But where it is, it has not appeared. So whatever kind of magic trick I do to get out of this building into the next one. I came here to California 9 years ago with nothing. I had one truck, loaded up a moving truck. Antoinette and I drove from Florida to start over in California. And then I've amassed all this. So it's just time to change. A lot of physical. Now I store up more power in the mental realm, doing the yoga, the metaphysical sciences, the energy. Changing all this physical stuff into liquid energy is a whole different craft. And there's toolboxes and metal, and I got art on the ceiling. So there's just so much art here. Motors, drills. It's like a maker space heaven. Slabs of wood, a paint booth, paint. You could build something, weld it, paint it, polish it, ship it out the door here. That was the whole thing. We had crate it up, pad it, deliver it to the house. We didn't need any other middlemen. I did custom wood, everything. I made a canes, doors, windows, tables, chairs. Art, just art that goes on the ceiling, the wall, the floor, Some of it floats, some of it swings. Round stuff, square stuff. So now it just changes. Into the mental we go. Into the ether. And change all this into something else. I got a car back there. The Mini Cooper. I saw one at the dog park. And I was like, if I get a Mini Cooper, that's the one I'm going to get. And then like 2 days later, I had the same car in my hand. And I was like, bro, now I have to keep the car because I did it to myself. I don't want to sell it yet till I drive it because I already did it. I was like, well, there it is. Like everything you get, you thought of before you had it. So I've already placed the clarity in between me and the next space I'm going to. I've made that space. I've envisioned the clarity. So I know all this material will move. It'll be gone. And then I will be able to be free. When we do the yoga practice, we heat the body up. And then it allows the fluids in the body to move. And when you go into a savasana, it's a corpse-like pose state on the floor. When you get into this state, you can really relax and allow space to form in your mind and form in your subconscious through your physical being. And when this space occurs, there's a freedom from the stressors of life, a freedom from what you know, basically. All the things you've been taught and believed behind you don't exist. You're just in this present moment now. When you happen to be in this state of relaxation where you can achieve these higher minds of bliss, you see your life a little differently. And you don't have to be attached to anything. There's nothing here on this physical plane that's going to save you. Jesus said, don't store up anything here. Rust and moths. Heaven is where you want to store your treasure. So like, whatever that means to you, mental conversation you want to have with yourself about what are you storing up here on earth rather than what are you storing in heaven. What are you holding on to? When you die, nothing's here. It's all just, you're not the owner of it. You're the caretaker. And so all these objects that you amass in this physical life, do you allow those objects to control you? Or are you just the caretaker of them for this time being? So you have to make that decision. You can't let this stuff own you. You got to be able to walk away from it. It's easy if you make a choice not to be attached. But there's some people that get real stressed out about having to walk away from things, and the past isn't there. So if you can see your now, allow yourself to see your now for what it is and know it's going to change again. That's how you make a great future, knowing that your now ain't going to be here forever. So enjoy it. Love it where it's at. Love every minute of it. The smiling parts, the painful parts. So this is the end of a chapter. I remember in 2016 when I got here, I had a vision of what California would be like, and it's a lot different than I imagined. I thought I would be near the water. I'm in the mountains. So you never know what you're going to get. Life is like a box of chocolates. Life is like a box of chocolates. So I'll be out of this building in about 2 more weeks, the middle of January. But I know God's got something great for me coming up. I'll turn all this physical form into something else. It's going to be beautiful. So I hope you find this message to increase your faith in whatever you're going through. And that my smile can give you a little hope that pick up and do it again. You'll be all right. The game changes, and every time you change, the game is going to change anyway. So don't think you're going to stay the same in the game, because the game, that's the whole point of it. It evolves as you evolve. So enjoy this chapter, my friend. Enjoy this chapter. I love you all. Bless up to the Most High.